Hello and welcome. My name is Joe and I'm your real estate expert advisor. This means I seek out the best real estate deals, bring them to you so that you can take advantage and make huge return on investment. Even if you have been staying on your land for so many years, that is not a guarantee that that land is secure. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why landowners are losing their lands in Nigeria. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you 5 reasons why a lot of landowners still lose their lands after so many years. And I'm also going to tell you why this is happening right here in Nigeria. The first reason is lack of information. A lot of landowners do not take the time to find out information about lands. They do not understand land titles. They do not understand its application in Nigeria. They do not even understand land documents. Even though these things are a bit technical, it is important for us to understand them so that we can make informed decisions when buying lands in Nigeria. I have a video about this. I'll leave the link in the description so that you can go there and watch land titles and its application in Nigeria, so that whenever or when you are buying your next land, you will know the right questions to ask and you will know the right things to look out for when buying your land. Okay, so lack of information, and according to the law of the land, ignorance is not an excuse. You see, there is a type of land called committed acquisition. Anybody that buys a land that is government acquired and it is committed, that land can never be released. But you see, the thing is that some of these people can live on this land for 10 years, 15 years, and the government will not come and do anything. And so they assume that that land is safe, that that land is theirs. But when the government is ready to set the land record straight, when development has moved to that area, that's why you will see government will mobilize bulldozers and go and wipe out an entire area, because those people did not do their search. They did not find out the right information before buying that land. Okay, so lack of information is not an excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse. If you want to commit your money to a piece of land, you must do your due diligence, or at least you must buy from a verified developer, and you must consult a professional to be able to look at the titles, look at the documents, probably do some search for you, give you guidance on what to do and how to acquire your very own land. Okay, now the next reason why landowners lose their land is because of sharp practices by dubious indigenous landowners. What these people typically do is that you will hear of a situation where some of these indigenous landowners, they sell one land to like 3 individuals. So these 3 individuals will now be contending for same land, and that is how they get themselves tied to litigation. They have to go to court. The 3 of them will drag, and then the court will now decide who should go with the land. That is when you hear that a land has court judgment as its title. So it is very important for us to know the tricks that these indigenous landowners who sell their land illegitimately are doing, and I'm going to share those tricks with you here. Now, one of them is that sometimes when you want to buy a land and you ask for the documents from them, what they do is they will go and take the coordinates of another land that is good, that is free from government acquisition, that has been perfected. They will impute it in their own survey plan and give it to you to go and make your search. So if you go and make your search in the Surveyor General's office, you will find out that that land is okay. That's the information, that's the feedback you will get, because that is not the right coordinate of that land. So how do you avoid this pitfall? I will tell you the best thing for you to do, how to avoid this pitfall, as we discuss further. So please watch this video to the end. So what they do is, another thing they do is, they bridge the perimeter of their land. So they know that maybe they will add an extra plot to the right, an extra plot to the left, an extra plot to the, and so on, so that whoever is coming that buys that side, when the government comes, it's true that these people may have the legitimate document to that land, but because they've sold a land that is not part of their land, then your land will be in trouble. That is why you should pay attention in this video, as I'm going to show you how to find out the specific status of a land before you buy it. The next reasons why people are losing their land is inadequate land search before purchasing. This is a very serious problem, because if you do not do your search right, you will get the wrong information. What most people do is, when they go and see a land that they like and they want to pay for, they ask for the document. And with this document, they will commission a search. They will take the document to the Surveyor General's office, and then they will do search on it and come back with the result. What some of these dubious indigenous landowners do is that they will go and take like I mentioned earlier, they will go and take the coordinates of another land, impute them in the document. When you go and do your search, the search will come back positive. But after a few years, you will find yourself in land dispute. So how can you solve this problem? The best thing for you to do is, once you have identified a land that you want to buy, most times they will take you to the location. Don't allow any dubious person to take you to a land and start pointing landmarks to you. No way. You have to get to the land. After seeing the land that you want to pay for, ask for the document. Cite the document. Now, the next thing you should do is commission a surveyor that will go to that site, take the coordinates of the precise land that they have showed you, and take it to the Surveyor General's office to do a search, a thorough search on that land. If that search comes out positive, then you know it is real. That is if you are buying this land from private individuals or indigenous landowners, okay? But if you are buying from a verified real estate developer, you can still do your search, but it's not as technical as that, okay? Because the truth is, that's why I always advise my clients, my investors, to always go for lands that I bring to you, because the lands I bring to you are from verified developers, companies who have a lot to lose, who have a reputation to protect. These companies will not just pack up and disappear into thin air, because they have invested billions of naira in all their real estate projects. So they have a lot to lose. And that is why you should always follow them. You should always buy lands from verified developers. Those are the types of land I bring to you on my channel each and every time. Another reasons why land owners lose their land is because legit lands are not cheap. The verified developers will be selling their lands for 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. And then one baba in one corner will call you and say, you want to buy land? I have land of 400,000. The truth is, anything of real value is not cheap. And now, if the land is cheap, the question you need to ask yourself is, what is the status of this land? Is this land free from government acquisition? Because I can tell you for free, a lot of people have lost their money because of fraudulent indigenous landowners who parade themselves selling lands that they don't have any legitimate claim to, simply because the buyer is naive and does not know how to do a search on the land to find out the real status of the land. The next reason is because of massive development in the area. Hence, the government is setting the land record straight. A lot of people have bought lands and they have lived there for 10 years, 15 years, nobody disturbs them. But immediately development is coming into that area, that is when you will know the true status of that land. That is when you will know whether the land is truly free from government acquisition or not. That is if you do not do your search before you purchase the land. Some of these indigenous landowners, when they finish selling their lands, they begin to sell neighboring lands around them. And nobody will know, except you go and do your proper search, the proper way it's supposed to be done. Remember, I told you that you should not only rely on the document they are giving you, especially if you are buying from private individuals. Don't only go with the document they are giving you. You have to mobilize your surveyor to site, take the coordinates, and do a proper search on that land. That is the best way to avoid pitfalls, I'm telling you. So if you look at areas like Magodo, areas like Mowe, areas like Ibejuleki, Ekpe, you can see that a lot of people are being evicted from their lands. Why? Because the government have turned their attention to building infrastructures in that land. Okay, there are actually two basic types of land. freehold land, that is land that is not under government acquisition, and acquired land, that is land that is under government acquisition. Now, if that land is under global acquisition, then there is hope, because that land can be released through a process called excision. However, if that land is under committed acquisition, that land will never be released. Why? Because that land has been reserved to build schools, police stations, hospitals, health centers, public offices for the government, and so on. The government will never let go of its priorities because of one individual. Save this video so that when you are buying your next land, you will refer to this video, look at all the points that have been discussed. And I want to thank you very much for watching this video to this point. Please save this video. Now, who am I? My name is Joel Banga, and I'm a real estate expert advisor. This means I seek out the best real estate deals, bring them to you so that you can take advantage and make huge return on investment. Now, you need a real estate guide that has your best interests at heart in order to navigate the Nigerian real estate industry. So I hope that this video has been educative. If this is your first time here, please click the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that every time I bring out educative content like this, you will be the first to be notified. And until next time, keep investing.